people? I'm just coming back from work now, kicking off another vlog, updated. Posted 2 times in 1 week, just about. Got those videos edited and figured I'll jump the gun on the next one. Let's keep this ball rolling. Sleep has not been great, but energy is still really high for some reason. Could be the fact I'm guzzling caffeine. Could be the fact that I'm just really motivated at the moment. But there's no nice staple. But if I ever drop clothing, it might be called you get home, work. I'm after getting some ingredients because a new update for you people is I've been getting into cooking for my family. And when I say been getting into, I've cooked one meal for my family last Sunday, World Cup final day. My parents were coming back from Wexford, where all our family are from, and my parents were coming down. They were away for a couple of days and they were tripping down, and I figured I would do the honours of cooking dinner. And I saw a video, Matt the meat guy, talking about a way of cooking beef, and I jumped on it and made hung shao beef. Traditionally it's pork, but I want to be healthy, and I made it a lean beef hung shao dish in the slow cooker as well, so very dissimilar to traditional hung shao, but the sauces and ingredients were the same. But man oh man, it was insane. Slow cooked for about 3-4 hours. Oh my goodness. And I was telling my mum this, that I had purchased like 2 kilos of beef, threw it on the slow cooker because, I don't know, my proportions in my head were way off. But then it turns out we ate the entire thing that night, and my dad had his own meal. So it was just myself and my mum, and I 100% ate more, but I'm just trying to fathom, did I really eat 1.5 kilos of beef? And I woke up the next morning and I was down weight. Like, I did sparring before the World Cup match, and I watched the World Cup match and the thing was still cooking by the time it was about half time in the World Cup final. We decided to have dinner, and man, it was gorgeous, but Jesus, inhaled it so good. And then the next day I was able to use the sauce and render it down to or reduce it down to a nice sauce, because it was broth more than anything. But it pays to do your research. It pays to do your research, and it pays to make that little bit of extra effort in the cooking, especially with something as simple as a slow cooker. I just got all the ingredients, got all the measurements, threw it in, kept myself busy for 4 hours, sparring, tidying, chatting away, and had one of the nicest home cooked meals ever. So that has inspired today. So this evening so the agenda today, folks, is I have just finished my work shift. I am heading home after doing a bit of a small shop to buy a few things. I've been eating really clean. That's not going to stop. I'm feeling amazing and haven't gotten sick, nothing like that. So eating clean is definitely the way forward. But I've been mixing around a lot on the meals, in fairness. I usually have bagels with banana. The last 2 days I've been having oats with my turkey mince. Turkey mince stay the same. And oats with banana instead of bagels with banana. But now today we're going back to the bagels, and I have a cinnamon, apple and banana filling in mind, which to me sounds amazing. And turkey mince, obviously, always amazing. But the evening is what I'm on about. I am attempting to make, I only have 2 of the ingredients with me at the moment because I couldn't get them in a regular shop. We here have corn flour, the camera's flipped upside down, so corn flour, and MSG. Now, I had never heard of MSG. Apparently MSG is well known and a controversial food item, a controversial ingredient. But I'm going to give it a go to try and make it. If it means I can make a spice bag, which I've just given it away, I'm making a spice bag. If it means I can make spice bag level chicken for none of the calories, give me this controversial MSG. So, very excited. Going to try and keep that until this evening. Yesterday was a very successful dieting day, and I'm starting to kind of see a pattern, because the last couple of last couple of weeks my weight's been going down, but it's been fluctuating a bit throughout the days. I was kind of feeling a bit crashed, so I decided to do a little bit of a reverse diet. Not really though, a small bit of a reverse diet, but I think the reason I thought it was a reverse diet is because I was eating so much carbs in the evening. I was eating so much potatoes in the evening, and then I drink liters of water throughout the day, and then in the evening I'd have a liter or 2 liters of water or sugar-free soft drink or whatever. And I'd wake up the next morning and I'd be overweight. And I was like, why am I overweight? And I'm starting to think it's because I'm just holding a lot of water, especially salt as well. I take a lot of salt as well, sodium. And last night I had a big meal, but it was just fats and protein, just avocados and mince. And I woke up this morning and I was a kilo down from the day before. Now, weight obviously fluctuates a lot, and for a lot of different reasons, but I think a huge reason for me as to why I wasn't supposedly losing weight, or my weight wasn't going down, was because I was just holding on to loads and loads and loads of water. And that water would be going down throughout the day. But in the morning, when I'd wake up and weigh myself, as I do every morning, first thing, I'd be overweight. And I'd be like, oh fuck, do I really have to cut down below 2,200 calories? No, I don't. Matter of fact, I even brought my calories up to 2,600 the last couple days to just get my metabolism fired up. I was afraid that my metabolism, when my body was going into conservative mode and the calories weren't burning as much, so I decided to bring up my calories more. My weight didn't go up, and yeah, so I'm floating at the moment between 2,200, depending on days. I'm kind of doing it. If I've training, I'll eat anywhere between 2,400 2,600. If I'm not training, like yesterday, I eat about 2,200 2,300. That's kind of the bare bones of it, and that is well below what I should be eating. And I don't want to go too low because I enjoy life, and I also like food, and I also like to train hard. Training is a great part of my day, and if my training is getting impacted, it's not really worth it. But at the moment, even looking at the mirror, that body is still not looking puffy or looking. The body's still good, looking good, feeling good, training good. So just trying to keep it that way, and just experimenting what the root causes are. That's kind of it. Like, I know I'm doing something right. I'm doing a bunch of right things. I want to know what the root causes are, even though there isn't an issue. If I just continue doing what I'm doing, but I just like to know exactly what. So when I change, I know exactly what the root causes are. It's just a curiosity thing. But yeah, I'm about to now head in, tuck into some work at home. Boo Library is just not worth it at the moment. There's no point. I'm gonna get into some work here and try bang out some calls, do some lead gen, couple of things on my mind that I need to start organising as well. There's a few things, maybe to book a competition or something, just to keep the year rolling. You need to keep goals rolling, keep events going. There's things, these are all healthy things, and I think it's important not to always have goals. So in jiu-jitsu, if I have a competition, it motivates me to train all the time because I have a competition to prepare for. And then there's things in business that I wanted. There's a networking thing that's happening at the end of the month that I'm thinking of registering for. Not because of the networking thing itself, just because it will keep me in the work. It will make me think, I want to be in a better place by the time I'm at this networking thing, or at least I want to have put in a good bit of work, so when I'm at the networking thing, I feel like I belong there. Just little things like that. And also probably meet some cool people as well. So these are a lot of ideas that were bouncing on me all day at work. That's why Duns is amazing sometimes in the morning, you know. I really understand. Ben Francis is one of my idols, and he loved his job at Pizza Hut. Not for the same reason I like Duns. He liked it just because it allowed him to reinvest all his money into the business. Obviously I don't have a lot to invest in mine, but my reasoning for liking Duns, and I could name a lot of reasons I don't, but the reasons I like it is because it gives me time to think, it warms me up for the day, it helps me fast for the first couple hours of the day, so when I'm finished work and I want to eat, my metabolism's all fired up so I don't crash. Keeps me money as well. Helps me socialise, you know, if you're grinding a lot throughout the day, if you're grinding a lot for long periods, it can feel like you're not getting as much social as you're thinking of, but between jiu-jitsu, being in the gym, stuff like that, I plenty of socialising. I'm going to head in now, throw all the shopping inside, and get to some work. By the way, people, Nuo Tonic by, I don't know who the creator is. I know Chris Williamson is a owner, co-owner, shareholder in it. Very good. Taste, 7 out of 10. Feeling, or like performance, or like, you know, for an energy drink, it's really good. Definitely the cleanest I've ever felt after any energy drink. My tier list in terms of feeling goes, and this is, if I ever blow up, I'd love to be sponsored by these people, because these are genuinely life-changing. Energy drinks, life-changing. But in terms of ones that make you feel clean, because some of the other ones make you feel a little bit artificial, Nuo Tonic is now number 1 for feeling. Rain Energy, number 2. Monster, number 3. Celsius, number 4. There's other energy drinks, but I just don't drink them. Those are my 4 that I would be familiar with. Rain I haven't had in ages. I miss Rain so much. Rain is number 1 in taste by a landslide. Monster makes you feel good. I like the volume of it, but most of you know Monster tastes a small. You feel a little less. It's more of a different energy, more of a pump energy. It's like it's a good pre-workout. This though is kind of as close to the feeling of a coffee as you'll get. Very good. Definitely delivers it as advertised, because that's their whole brand, is this natural, you know, productivity drink. Definitely feels that way. Gives off that vibe when you drink it. And Celsius is just like a toxic relationship, to be honest. Celsius is, man, I like, sponsor me, Celsius. I'll rep your drink like 100%. I drink loads of you, but in terms of feeling, it is like it's like a toxic drug, man. Like, it's a small can, you drink it, it's like 200 milligrams of caffeine in 2 seconds. Like, it's yeah, Celsius is in a bit of a league of its own in terms of hit, but in terms of energy boost, you know, you just want to boost. You don't want to go. It's like when a car takes off. So this ticks the box very nicely. Now, this is a bit more expensive than the other ones, because, you know, they're just recently Irish shops. I haven't seen them around in ages. So I'd say they're trying to up the prices to see if hopefully they'll drop the prices sooner or later. I say they're just getting themselves into the markets. They're not as established as the other brands. But yeah, I'd be well open to a sponsorship by any one of you. Rain Energy, I've always wanted a sponsorship by them because I just love their drinks. Jeez, being a Rain Energy, being able to generate sales for Rain Energy in exchange for just not even payment, just their drinks. They're so tasty, so nice, and the same size. I like volume. I'm a volume guy, so you could bring this up to a 500ml by all means, Chris. If you have any say, bring it up to a 500ml. I'm game. But yeah, just thought I'd touch on that. And yeah, let's get inside.
Hello, this is the first.
Hi, is this Heidi?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Adam. I'm just calling there in relation to your social media. I help businesses around there up their social media pages. And I see you do a bit of posting on your Facebook and Instagram. Is social media something you're interested in growing at the moment?
No, not at the moment. What would it be? You take it over and start doing stuff, is that or what?
So my offer at the moment, be something you'd be interested in?
I don't know. How much is it roughly?
Either way. What do you prefer to pay, weekly or monthly?
Okay, is that for all my social media, is it?
What are your main social medias?
Facebook, Instagram, and I'm just starting with TikTok.
Okay. Looking at your page, I've gotten pages that result in a lesser amount of time who had a lesser following than you. So with especially your Facebook following, that is a very, very attainable goal. But do you do much online?
Yeah.
Okay, so and would you say you do better online or in person?
No, well, depends, like phone number, and I can ring you back.
Sure, yeah. What email are you best to send it to? Would you be able to spell that there just so I don't get it wrong?
Do you not have that in front of you?
Perfect. Sure, I'll shoot you an email there with all the important information and we can go from there. If you're interested anyways, I'll be happy to chat further and break it down for you a bit better.
Super, alrighty.
No worries, I appreciate you picking up the phone anyway.
No problem, thank you.
Thank you, bye now, have a good day.
And we are back from the quickest gym session ever. I arrived with about 25 minutes until training, so did a quick bit of bicep curls and headed straight to jiu-jitsu, where I then proceeded to murder myself for 2 hours. Good rounds, but murdered myself. Now we are in the midst of prepping our chicken. It is currently marinating in some egg whites and baking soda for 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm taking the liberty of having as much sugar-free soft drinks as I possibly want, because it's takeaway night. Well, fake away night. And also, I just had such a hard jiu-jitsu session that this feels about right. So now we will coat. So once that's done, we'll coat it in the corn flour, throw in the air fryer, and then slap our seasoning on it, and we should have some pretty good spice bag chicken. Right, lads, finished product is, look at that. Oh man. Now, I will say, the chicken's cooked, but it could be crispier. So I have another batch on because I couldn't fit it on the air fryer so much. So good. I have extra spices left over, which is also good. And I'll throw that in to the air fryer on higher heat. Man, the spices is banging. So definitely a hack for cravings. Air fried spice bag. Man, oh man. I don't know if this looks legit or not. The white is just a bit of extra powder, which is just a work in progress on my coating skills, but honestly, I'm happy enough. So, all tidied up there. Verdict is a 6 out of 10. Purely because I just didn't cook them for long enough or high enough. I said 200 and I didn't set it at 180. I just threw them straight in. I was kind of rushing, and even though I still should have put them on for another 10 minutes longer, give them really a chance to crispen up, but very tasty. And when you're as hungry as I was, doesn't really matter too much about the taste, just let me eat it kind of thing. So got a bit of a tidy up to do, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.